For about 30 seconds after your heart stops, your brain does something scientists did not expect. Something that changes everything we think we know about what dying actually feels like. This is what happens in the final moments of your brain, and it might be the most important 30 seconds of your entire existence. First, a distinction most people don't know. There are two kinds of death. Clinical death is when your heart stops and breathing ceases. Brain death is when electrical activity in your brain stops completely. The gap between them, that window where your heart has stopped but your brain is still running, can last up to 10 minutes. Most people picture death as a light switch, on then off, but it isn't. It's more like a city losing power district by district, with certain systems staying online long after the grid goes down. In 2023, researchers at the University of Michigan monitored the brains of dying patients with electrodes. What they found broke the model. At the moment of cardiac arrest, brain activity didn't slow down and fade. It surged. Gamma waves, the fastest, highest frequency brain waves, associated with consciousness and vivid experience, spiked to levels higher than during normal waking life. The dying brain wasn't shutting down, it was firing at maximum capacity. For a brief window, the brain appeared to be in a state of heightened awareness, more awake, in some measurable sense, than it had been in years. Scientists still don't fully understand why, but the data is real. Across cultures, across centuries, across people who had never met or compared stories, near-death experiences follow the same pattern: a tunnel, light, a feeling of moving towards something, the sensation of watching your own body from above, an overwhelming sense of peace described as more real, more vivid, more present than anything experienced during normal life. These accounts come from people in the Amazon and people in New York, from medieval monks and modern ICU patients, from atheists and believers. Same structure every time. The most common description, across thousands of documented cases: it felt like waking up, not falling asleep, waking up. Here's what we can say with some confidence: the brain does not go quietly. In its final moments, it produces a burst of activity that may generate the most intense subjective experience of a person's entire life. Whether what's experienced in that window is a final gift from the nervous system, a flood of endorphins and electrical noise, or something else entirely, we genuinely do not know. Science has not closed this question, it has only made it more interesting. What we do know is this: the idea that death is simply nothing, that the lights go out and that's it, is not supported by the data we have. Something happens. What that something means is still the biggest question anyone has ever asked. I'm not here to tell you what's after death. I don't know. Nobody does. But I will tell you this: the brain that has carried every thought you've ever had, every memory, every person you've loved, doesn't just switch off. It goes out swinging. And maybe that's enough. Does it change how you feel about dying? Drop it in the comments. This is one of those questions where I genuinely want to hear what you think.